Hi, welcome to my new video for beginners. Today we're going to draw a bottom-up view of buildings on a street using one-point perspective. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. I start by drawing the horizon line. Okay, I drew a straight line from the top left corner of the paper to the bottom right corner. You might be wondering whether the horizon line should be parallel to the bottom or top edges of the paper. Yeah, that's right. But there's something else about this drawing. Let me explain. For example, there's a street and you want to take a photo of it. The horizon line on this street is like this, right? If I take the photo like this, as you can see, there's no problem. But when I take the photo like this, do you see the difference? This is what the street looks like in the photo. So, we're going to draw the buildings as you see them on the screen. Well, and this is the vanishing point we'll use for the drawing. It should be just on the horizon line. Okay, let's draw the first building. I draw a line parallel to the horizon line. Then I draw a straight line starting from the vanishing point and passing through the left endpoint of the line. I do the same on the other side too. Okay, now the next building. I'm going to draw a straight line parallel to the horizon line again. The length of this line can be short or long. It's up to you. The next steps are exactly the same as the previous ones. Now I'm going to draw the side of the building, but there is a small detail here. Just to let you know, this is important. Make sure you watch closely. This line should be drawn at a right angle to the horizon line. Don't ever draw the line like that. It's a big mistake. Okay, next building. I follow the same steps in drawing this building as in the previous buildings. I will draw the buildings along the entire street exactly like this. As you can see, you can draw hundreds of buildings as long as you follow a few simple rules. It is really very easy. The number of buildings on the street, their height or width, is completely up to you. This drawing needs a lot of straight lines. So, if you find it hard to draw straight lines, use a ruler to help you. Well, enjoy the drawing. I will be back in a moment. I'm back. The buildings are ready, but they all look like cardboard boxes, right? We need to add windows to make them look like real buildings. So, first I will draw something like a frame on this building, and then I will add the windows inside it. Remember to use the vanishing point when drawing the frame. Now I will divide the frame into parts with vertical lines. You should definitely use the vanishing point when doing this. Okay, let's add some detail to these lines. It's important to use the vanishing point again in this process. You should make the top of the line narrower and the bottom wider. This is just how perspective works. Things that are far away look smaller, and things that are close look bigger. Well, it is time to divide the frame horizontally. You can divide it into as many pieces as you like. Try to draw the lines parallel to the horizon line. The rule of perspective that I just mentioned comes into play here again. Things get smaller as they move away from us. So, the distance between the lines should get bigger from the top of the building down to the bottom. Okay, we need to add windows to all the buildings on the street in the same way. To do this, firstly you need to draw a frame and then put the windows inside. I will start drawing the windows after I have finished adding the frames to all the buildings. I hope you have got a good idea of how to draw buildings in perspective now. Indeed, the rules are really simple. When drawing buildings and windows, start the vertical lines from the vanishing point. Draw all the horizontal lines parallel to the horizon line. On the sides of the buildings, you need to draw the lines at right angles to the horizon line. Just a heads up, the distance between the windows gets bigger as you go down. So, increase the distance between the windows as you move down. Try to keep your lines soft and light while drawing. This way, if you make a mistake, you can easily correct it. At the end of your drawing, give your lines the darkness they deserve. If you follow these simple rules, you'll be able to draw hundreds of buildings side by side with ease. And once you have finished this drawing, you will have got loads of experience in one-point perspective. You can only get better at perspective skills by practicing them. So it's a good idea to practice your artistic skills in perspective. I've got a bunch of videos on my channel about perspective. I suggest taking a look at them when you have a chance. I think they will be useful for you. Okay, enjoy the drawing. I'll be back in a moment. Well, I'm back. I have sorted out the perspective. Now I will add detail, lighting, and shading to the drawing. And I'm speeding up the video so it doesn't take up too much of your time. As this video is about perspective, I'm not going to talk too much about lighting and shading. Shading is a whole other thing with its own rules and tips. To give you an idea, I'll show you quickly. Start by adding some soft light touches. Darken your lines as you go through the shading. Basically, it's best to go from light to dark and soft to hard. Since you are a beginner, you don't need to spend money on expensive pencils or paper for this exercise. You can use an ordinary pencil or paper, but always use a good eraser. Don't waste your money. As you continue to develop your perspective skills, you will begin to produce works that are more professional. When that day comes, it will be important to use good quality pencils, papers, and other materials. Using poor quality materials can make things a bit tricky, and you might not get the results you expected. I suggest using 2B or 3B soft pencils at the start of your drawings. These pencils let you erase and correct mistakes easily. Use 4B and 5B soft pencils for the dark or shadowy parts of your drawing. You can also use 0.5B pencils for small details and sharp parts. Okay, enjoy the drawing. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, that's it. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. See you. Goodbye.